Well, hello there. Yes, he's in the building. We've got the one and only John Lockwood with us this morning. Hello, John.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm very well.
Good, good. You've brought the Four Seasons to us.
I have, yeah. I was saying to you earlier, you know, about make sure, you know, we turn it round and things, because it is, this is my, I would say this is my favourite dye I did last year.
I remember this from last year, but lots of people might have missed out on this.
Yeah, I think we've only done, I think it's been on once, if or twice at the most. But it was the most intricate one I think I've ever drawn or put together with all the multiple layers. But it is designed to be, as you say, 4 seasons. So it's to cover Christmas,
spin that
but
around.
to do spring, summer,
that was a good start.
autumn and winter. But you can see there we've done it as, so you've got sort of winter, spring, summer and autumn in there with the exact same die set. Because to me, you've got to have versatility, and certainly when it's what I would call a figurative die. Yeah. You've got to have, and I've got to say thank you to Helen who made this sort of new sample on the front, just using some of the waterfall glitter card.
That is beautiful,
and it just works beautifully. So, you know, you can do so much with this. To me, it really is a go-to set.
It definitely is. And you're getting a nice lot of dies in here as well. Of course, you can see all the detail in the samples. Let me just show you the actual dies themselves, because the packaging, sometimes you don't imagine what's in there, do you?
You don't. Well, what we do is we have our packaging made as small as is physically possible for ecological. It's made out of paper, it's recyclable, but also we have it made as small as possible, because not only does that mean we're using and wasting less packaging, but it also means they've got less air miles. And less sea miles. The smaller the package is, the less room it takes upon a ship, so the less impact it has on the planet. And I know that sounds a bit trite, but it is genuinely true. Because I know people have said to me before, oh, I can't believe that's in that package that small. We do it intentionally.
Yeah, well, that's it, John. Everything is always thought about. We do know that when it comes to crafts too, and anything that you're designing as well. Look at these samples.
But you wouldn't think. I mean, that to me, you would never think that was supposedly a Christmas die.
Oh, I love it.
But then you tie it in with a little bit of scratch art, and you've got a sort of really good atmospheric Christmas or winter birthday die.
You certainly have. Look at this. We've got autumn here as well. Oh, this is just a handful of the samples we've got. We maybe get to see some more later. Let's have a look at the details, though, because we've got a lovely saving on this one for you. If you've missed out on this one before, grab it now. It is, of course, 4 seasons. We're already busy on it. £5 saving, £17.99. The item number is 166634. There we go. Right, now you've got more there, John. What have you got with you?
Well, I've actually got one here. This is actually made using, which I think we've got on the show, the ombre glitter card.
Oh, I love that effect.
I think that just really shows, if I hold this one up a little bit and just make it really difficult for poor Jimmy, you can see here just how well it layers and makes you and works as a shaker card with the snow.
Look at that.
But to me, there's so much depth in that card, but there's not a lot of, you know, that would still be a standard envelope, I hope.
Do you know, you can make this work for your home decor as well, with shadow boxes and that sort of thing. That'd look really nice. You can.
I mean, there's some samples, I think, somewhere, which we might get to later, where I've actually chopped it in the middle and made it into a square. Yeah. There's so much more you can do with it.
Little lights behind there. Oh, it would look wonderful, wouldn't it? Well, we've got lots more as well, so let's have another look at that particular set there. The details are just disappearing for you. But the next one, we've got this one, the Snow Flower. Now, you've got lots of layers in this, John. That gives you lots of possibilities as well.
You have. There's a lot of different ones that you can make with this one. This, again, I think this is the first time this has been back since for a year. Since last July, I think it was. But you can really shape this. I love making my dies and my flower dies on a plate, so you get a lot more out of it. But all those centres are in there, all those petals are in there. And it's been designed as well so that you actually get, from an A6 piece of card, you actually get all of these pieces out. So you get, was it 1, 2, 3, 4, I think you get 5 or 6 full flowers out from it.
Wow, from that one pass?
From that one pass. From doubling those flowers up. And of course you've got all the centres in there as well, and the stamens. Yeah. And there's so many different ways you can make this flower look, just by how you shape it. They could be little
snowflakes on their own, couldn't they, those stamens? Yeah, they could. Oh, do you know, we've got a lovely sample here as well. Let me just show you the cracker. How about those on your Christmas table? It doesn't have to be Christmas though, that could be a wedding cracker. You know, it doesn't even have to look Christmassy at all. For me, that flower could turn into anything.
It can literally be anything. I think there's one down there where I've done it in red, and you would on the wreath, and you would never believe that that's the same flower. But again,
look at
so
that.
with the red stamens, it has a Christmassy look, but it would last all year. I mean, it's one of my favourite flowers.
That is gorgeous. Watch out for the stamens there coming up as well. But for the die set, you've got the details there. Only £9.99. You've got a £3 saving there. 17 images on that particular die. So 17 areas that we'll cut out. 097256 is the item number. Beautiful. Now, if you do like your florals, we've got another one for you as well. Let's have a look at this next one. Oh, gorgeous. This is your bee balm. Now, we've got gorgeous samples again here. I've got more under the counter to show you as well. Lots of detail in this. I love the shape of the petals themselves, John.
This is beautiful. This is actually this is one of my first dies that I did. And we reordered it in, and it sold out. And then in Wonderful Crafts 2 Narnia warehouse, and they keep denying this. They keep saying, no, it's been on the website. I was convinced it had sold out. And it hadn't. And we had a point where I actually had to tell one of our angels, ask her really nicely, Helen, please can you stop sharing cards with the bee balm because we can't get any more. And people keep asking for it all the time.
Amazing. Now, I just pulled up a load of samples here thinking it was going to be that flower, but actually I've just found loads more of the snow flower, but I've just, they're moving along. They've tricked me, John.
They have.
They've tricked me.
I did put them all behind, but I think they've sort of moved them.
They're under the wrong area, but we found them, so that's all that matters. Here we go. Let's have a look at some of these. So again, all seasons for the flower.
Yeah, they will work all year round. Depending on how you shape them, you can get a beautiful flat flower, you can get a 3D flower. You can get something very different every time with them.
Beautiful. Yeah. Oh, look at this one. This is pretty. Look at the colours on there. Gorgeous. So many opportunities again. Another lovely saving for you as well. That £5 saving, only £9.99. 563010 is the item number. Now, we do also have for you a happy hour deal. We've got a board here so you can see exactly what you're going to get for your money. What a good buy this is, John.
I love this. We did do this with another die as a happy hour deal, but people said, can we have that just on its own? So we've brought this one back with all the stock we've got left of it for people to have on your own. This is one of the most useful dies that I've ever designed. This is the oundle, obviously named after where we are at the moment. Yep. But you've got so many, and it's actually based around the turret in the middle of the village.
Is it?
Yeah, you know, you've got that little marketplace.
Yeah.
It's got that sort of almost hexagonal shape to it.
Oh.
So that's why it was named for that. But there's
so
so much you can do for this for all year round. That I just wanted to put it on as a happy hour deal for people.
Well, we have got some samples to show you again here. This is incredible. I love this. Now, we're very busy for the happy hour deal. Already 10% of the stock has gone. As I show you these different samples here, you can really appreciate the difference you can get. Again, the options, John, it opens up so many different options and ways of working with it, cutting it into the card, cutting out of the card, the way that you use the colours. It doesn't matter, does it? Completely different looks every single time. All this for only £9.99. You've got a £7 saving today. 199560 is the item number. And again, we can see it works because of the style of this particular die. Any season, any occasion, male, female, young, old, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It hasn't got a floral edge, which means it works really well on men's cards. But you add the flowers and you've got ladies' cards, it works for Christmas, it works for everything. There's even there, if I can push that over.
Oh, you can.
Which I'd lost this and I found it backstage this morning. Kirsty found it for me. I'd obviously left it here, but this is a whole journal book done with it. All the shapes in there.
I love this. I remember this from previous shows. Look, this is so clever.
But all of the apertures and everything in this are all done using the oundle. And it just works so well. So it's just such a useful die.
Wow, busy on this one. Yes, it is happy hour deal. That means the price will go up at the top of the hour. 20% of the stock, the entire stock, we had big stocks of this as well, has already gone. Will it last to the end of the show? You need to check those baskets out. Even if you think you're going to come back for something else, check those baskets out. Don't miss out on these. 199560 is that item number. Great saving there. £7 saving just on that one die set. Yep, 5 dies as well in there, so it really does give you those options. Now, we've mentioned, and John did show us, the ombre glitter card, and we've got the 12 by 12 for you here. These are gorgeous, again, because you've got so many different colour options. You've got 20 sheets in total, and the best thing about this, John, is there is no glitter, really.
There is absolutely no glitter. I know Lewis looked at it earlier, one of the floor managers went, oh, I'm going to change, because he's a fabric crafter. He saw this and went, I'm going to change to paper craft. I absolutely love that. There is no glitter in it at all. It is what we call a faux glitter card. So if you are glitter phobic, or I love glitter, but I don't like the mess, absolutely and guarantee you will not get any glitter shedding off this, because there is no glitter used in its production at all. So it's literally like having a glittery, shiny paper. There is nothing in there to do anything like that.
And I think as well, because you've got 12 by 12, again, that gives you more options. You can extend what you've got, really, so you can cut straight into 4.
Yeah.
So you've got your 6 by 6s if you're matting and layering. You know, you can make your longer cards, your different folds. Of course, you can die cut with this in so many different ways. You can use this as backgrounds as well. I did just turn that the other way around, just so I was worried about breaking the spine on that one, John. But so it doesn't matter which way you turn that, does it? Because you've got the effect running through there. You've got the effect
running all the way through it. And as you said, what I love about it is a 12 by 12, you will get more from a 12 by 12 than 2 packs of A4. We've done it in A4 if people want it, slightly higher weight, but you will get far more use out of a 12 by 12.
Brilliant. And look at that price again. This is 190 GSM, is also really good weight. $14.99 is the price. We guarantee no shed there. That glitter is not going to come off. 030633. Do you know, you could make use of that front cover as well. Cut that into strips, into ribbons.
That's been done in exactly the same thing. It's printed and then a foil's put over it, which is how it's actually constructed.
Clever.
So the front cover's been done exactly the same way.
Perfect. Love it. Now, we did say you can also have the option of the A4, and that's what we've got here as well. So you've just seen the effect here. We'll just have a little flick through and give you the details again. So 6 different designs or colourways, and we've got 2 of each sheet. So those beautiful colours again. I think, again, these will work for all seasons as well. Now, you get 2 packs. So in total, it's 24 sheets in total. 675906 is the item number. That's what I mean. It doesn't matter which way you turn it, you know, vertically, horizontally, you've got those gorgeous effects running through there. Only $13.99 for those 2 packs there. 250 GSM as well. Everything that we've shown you and more besides is on the website. We've got so much actually we haven't seen. Do have a look for those stamens as well. If you love the cards that we've shown you, they're there. Just make sure that you know, take advantage of all the different dies as well. Some returning favourites, happy hour deal. We've got the inks for you as well. 5-star reviews running across many of these items. We are, the happy hour is proving very, very busy. We're over half of the stock gone already. You can see the 5-star reviews there as well. Yeah, take advantage of that for only $9.99. But we do want to see demonstrations, don't we? Of course we do. So let's get over to John.
Cool. Right, on the happy hour deal, I did actually speak to Peter at Crafts 2. He's actually given you all the stock we have left of that houndel. So once it's gone, I believe that's it. Unless the Narnia warehouse turns up another box in 3 months' time. I was actually down there on Thursday, and it's like an Escher painting. There is a staircase that Sam knows about that I don't know about. And there's staircases that go in lots of different directions. Apparently there's another toilet in there I've never found.
Really?
Literally, there is. It's brilliant. It's like every crafter would kill to go through it, to be honest.
Do you know, I'm just thinking that I would love to pay a visit there.
After 22 years in the industry, you will find everything in there. It's amazing. But yeah, that's the last of it. So I wanted to show just a really simple card with the 4 seasons, how the layers work, but how you can actually use things like the ombre glitter card, how they will actually work for you.
Okay.
And how you don't need to know wonderful ink techniques, you don't need to know wonderful things. If you've just got a paper, all I've used is ombre and black, and you can really get something effective. So what I've done is I've got a piece of the Crafts 2 linen card here in black, and a lot of people have been asking me about the Crafts 2 linen card. We are trying for later this month to bring every single colour of it to the channel.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's all 35 plus 4 new ones. We're hoping to bring them all to the channel sort of around the middle of the month.
Oh, that's something to look forward to.
Yeah, because I know so many people keep saying, where do you get the beautiful linen card from? So we will be bringing it. So the Four Seasons is done in 4 layers.
Yeah.
Now, it seems weird, but you've got this first layer, and what this does is this cuts you all the detail of the tree.
Okay.
And if you want to, there's little bits of mistletoe so you can pick out for Christmas.
Oh, nice.
But you don't notice them if they're not there. But you've then got a layer behind it, which gives you the trees, the bushes for them,
Yeah.
and the leaves. Yeah.
Got you.
Then you've got this little bit here, which seems weird. This gives you the next layer in.
Yes, yeah.
As we're going through, and I'm going to show you that. And then, of course, you get the final layer at the back, so you've got 4 layers in one. So I'm going to start by just cutting the first layer into black, and I've just cut a piece of card to 5 by 7. So standard size that we would use or have.
Okay.
And I like to do 5 by 7 or 5.5 by 7.5 because it's the sort of way that we work.
Yeah.
It's a sort of British rectangle, isn't it?
Isn't
But
it?
also, I know I can get 2 of those out of an A4 card and I'm cheap.
Oh.
You can't get 2 6 by 6s out of A4.
No, you can't.
But you can get 2 5 3/4 out. So I always try and do things 5 3/4 inches a square, or 5.5, 7.5 as my maximum rectangle. That way I'm using less card.
Do you know, now you've said that, I bet a lot of people will start looking at that.
Yeah.
And
It's just the way that, you know, if I paid good money for a beautiful card,
Yeah, you
I don't want a box
waste it.
full of strips. How many strips have we got left? So what I'd have to do is, and because it is quite delicate, which is why I wanted to cut it, you see how it comes out, and every bit falls out, but you might have to spend a little bit of time just taking those out, because I'd rather say and show you than make it look like everything's really easy, because then you get frustrated and go, hang on, these bits, but I can, if I flick, look, so many of them just fall out.
Some of us quite like doing that though, John.
Some people
Taking the
absolutely
bits
love
out, I
it.
know.
I used to go and do a demo every 6 months in a particular, I think it was a garden centre, and the lady used to come early and sit at the front, and she brought her own pokey tool, and she would
Really?
take the dies that I'd got, because all my dies have got bits in them,
Yeah.
and she would sit through the day watching me poking all the bits out my dies. She loved it. Bless her, and I loved her because I went home with clean dies first time ever.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So what I've done is, to speed it up a little bit, I've already cut. Oh, I've got a bin for once. Getting posh with these new sets.
Ooh.
We've got bins. So I've already got one that I've already cut and
Yeah.
pricked out. So there's my first layer. But if I take a piece of the ombre, this is the sort of green into silver.
Look at that.
There's your
Transforms it straight
first
away.
card. If I hold this one up,
I love the little birds in the branches as well, John. Look
you
at
see
that.
all of that is an option done instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a card done instantly on a 5 by 7 card blank, sentiment stamped in there, and you're done. Again,
Yeah.
I was
you
thinking
can imagine a
male
little
birthday.
swing hanging between
You
the
could,
branches
yeah,
as
if you've
well.
got some stamps like the fairy hug stamps,
Yes.
put some of those into there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could put, you know, like the Nellie Snell and Scene stamps would look beautiful in the back.
Yeah.
You know, to me, I would put a sympathy on, but I want to take this down another level.
Okay.
So I've got the ombre card here, so I'm just going to go to the next die in the set.
Yeah.
Again, put it where it needs to be, and we're just going to tape that one down. And I'm going dark to light,
Okay.
because I always think that if you think about it, as you look on trees, they are darker at the top. It sort of goes lighter at the bottom.
Yeah.
Just the way it seems to be to me, because you've got the sort of night falling. So I'm just going to run that one through, and again, all of the dies in this set will all go through your A5 machines. So it fits in my Kaleido, and I don't need to have an A4. But again,
I'm
so you'll
loving
see-
these ombre colours though.
I love this ombre card. Well, I'm going to use another one for the background in a minute. So I just need to put these little bits out. But can you see, because this is made with a foil, every little piece is coming out. Yeah?
Yeah.
But
There's
they
no
just
rough edges, no
need-
sort of fluffy edges to those. They're
You get
cut
no
cleanly.
ragged edges. The reason is because, I mean, I say this so many times, people must get fed up with it. All of our glitter cards are always made on what we call white virgin card.
Yeah.
And if you've ever bought in the past, you know, you get mirror card that's got that grey board at the back.
Yeah.
That's recycled.
Ah.
Great for the planet, but it feathers.
It does.
When you die
Yeah.
cut it, that's
It's
why
very
you end
fibrous,
up.
isn't it?
Yeah, so when you actually look at your card, if it's overly fibrous like that, then that's why it's doing that. It's not your die, it's not your machine.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's actually the fibre on the back. So is there something you want to cover a minute just while I get these little bits
Yeah, we'll
out?
have a bit of a recap, if we may, just while John's sorting that. Now, we're busy across the board. We've not even shown you everything yet. Now, the Four Seasons die. Let's see if I can show you this without knocking everything over. How much has gone? A quarter of the stock already has gone of this one. I'm not surprised though. I mean, we can see there, layer by layer, how you can build this up. You know, just use the one layer if you so wish. The little birds in the trees, you know, the mistletoe is there, but you can easily hide that. Of course, you have got those 4 seasons. You can run right through from spring to summer, autumn through to winter. You know, you've got the deer in there, you've got the snowflakes in there as well, but you can use your other dyes. You can use different leaves for the trees, perhaps, if you don't want to go with the winter scene at all. Of course, we've seen the cherry blossom, you know, so do look what else you've got in your stash to see what you can use. I can still see so many different shadow boxes and tunnel cards, you know, something that's got that real depth there, because you can achieve that with these dyes, with the multi-layers. There you are, that's everything that you're getting in the pack there. Beautiful, 15 individual dyes there.
And with those deer that are on here,
yeah.
I cut them out in the craft artist satin card in red and put them on craft card and made all my Christmas tags for all my presents last year in them.
Really
and I
classy.
couldn't share it or show anyone because I'd only got sample pieces of the satin card and it wasn't out yet. So, but all the family absolutely adored them.
I'm
in
not
fact,
surprised.
Sam's mum made me get her a set of this so that she could make the same tags for this year. Just for the deer in it.
They're absolutely timeless, aren't they? They really, really are. And going back to sort of shadow boxes, that sort of thing, you could make your own decorations as well. Home decor pieces for Christmas. These are absolutely fantastic. Item number 166634, £17.99. You've got that £5 saving. Now, the happy hour, going to bring that in now because over 70% of the stock has gone. A lot of you missed out on this the first time we saw it. Do you know, I'm looking at the clock, it's only 22 minutes in. This isn't going to last, is it, till 10 o'clock? You need to check those baskets out though. Make sure you take advantage of the £7 saving. You are getting 5 dyes. But the options, the way that you can build these, layer these up is just incredible. There's far, far more than 5 different ways of working with them. 199560 is the item number there. Let's get back to John, see more of the demonstration. Have you finished pushing all those bits out?
I finished pushing it out.
Lovely.
Actually, it's very quick. But you can see how you've got that gradient. I know on the sort of overhead camera you don't see the colour as well, but you can just see there all the trees. So you could use that on its own. So you could use that and you see how much shine and glitter you're getting there, and how it's going from that silver to that darker green at the top. But again, this makes me think, every time I cut this, I think of Clarice Cliff.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Of doing this in yellows and oranges, it
Yeah.
looks like those sort of, the trees she used to do in the 20s and 30s on her porcelain. That's probably what inspired me, to be honest. But so there we've got the top, yeah? When I then put the tree on, look
at that.
how it makes sense.
Look at that.
And you've even got that little shadow around it, and it makes sense. But I want to use the ombre again, and this is what my absolute favourite of it. So this is the red into silver, but that looks like a sunset.
It does.
So we'd go that onto there, onto there.
Yes, because you can still see through the branches of the trees, you can see the glow of the red behind there.
Yeah, exactly. You're still seeing all of that colour through it. But again, I need to go into, I want to go through another level.
Oh.
So that's what this die is for.
Of course.
And if you actually look, put it down, can you see here, there, it's like creating a little bush?
Ah, yes. Oh, I can see now.
So it's creating a little bush from that little sort of bit there. So every layer's been designed down, so
it's almost like a little branch that's just coming out from the side at the bottom of the frame there.
Yeah, it's a little branch that comes out. What I'll do is I'll run this on through and you'll see it if I put a piece of card underneath it. But you see there, you're getting that little branch which then ties into the bits that come behind it. And that's repeated on the second die. So I'm just
You could make some great spooky cards for Halloween.
Oh, you could.
Yeah.
That would look lovely. I mean, you know, people, and that's getting so much more popular.
It is.
So many people are getting really into their Halloween. So now, but again, if I want to miss out, so I've got that there.
Okay.
Yeah. And I've got that there. Lovely. Yeah,
Stunning.
I could leave that, but I could also miss out that layer and just have that layer on that layer.
That works as well. Yeah, lovely effect with the ombre again.
Yeah, so you've got that really working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take a little bit, I've got a little bit of foam tape on this black one.
Okay.
Just to give it a little bit of depth, but you can work it flat. It doesn't really matter. There we go. Now, just put this one in. So just hover over the top and you'll see where it's supposed to go.
Yeah,
Because
make
you'll
sure you
see
line up before you sit that down.
it lined up there. Can
Got
you
you.
see
Yeah.
where that goes to those branches?
Yeah,
So that goes on. Okay.
lovely.
I'm just going to put a little bit more foam tape. I'll do it very quickly on the back here. Let's go to the next layer. And then I'm literally going to cheat for the last layer.
Are you?
Yeah, because I don't want to waste any more. What I've used so far is a sheet and a half of card almost, because I've used 3 sort of A5 pieces.
Yeah.
So now I grab, this is where my 12 by 12 comes in, because I love that sort of setting sun look. So let's go through until I find, well that's obviously my favourite. There. I get so much
Beautiful, isn't it?
more intensity, but what I do then is just find where that sun really does set and just
That's
trim
the
that
spot,
off.
is it, John?
That's the one I want. But can you see how little I'm using?
Yeah,
And
because you
it's a-
don't need to cover the whole of the back.
No, and I've still got all of that there. So all I won't have to do is just a little bit more foam tape on that. I think I put a nighttime scene ready to go on this one.
Can we, if we use the right ink, can we stamp directly onto
You
the
can
ombre
stamp
glitter?
onto this. You can stencil onto it. You've got a piece, I think, with the ombre samples.
Have I?
A strip that Paola did, where she actually stenciled
Oh, I've just found it.
through. And you can use pigment ink. You don't have to use StazOn or anything too strong.
Look at that.
So you can make it look whichever way you want to. Imagine collaging a 12 by 12 onto that with stencils. Because of
Yeah.
course it's completely flat.
Yeah, you can't do that with a regular glitter card, can you?
No, you can't
that.
stencil or stamp onto it.
That effect again there. I just love the effect of this.
And then
Something about ombre effect, isn't there? When you
love
blend
the
with your
ombre.
inks, whether
and
it's
it's
glitter,
always
whatever
done
it is.
blue into green. It's always the same colours. These are so different. You would never do red through gold into silver.
No, you just wouldn't think it would
It
work,
wouldn't
but
work,
it
no.
does.
So just got a card blank, going to pop that on, and then I've used another piece of the ombre, and I've kept that bit, so that bit could go behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, for another one. And I've made a little frame with it, and this is again somewhere I use the 12 by 12 because
Well,
I get more out of it.
Even your little scraps, I mean, they're going to make the most beautiful flowers and things as well, John, because you've got that difference in colour. So you could place your dyes, you know, to pick up a little bit
Your
like how you
snowflower
found
would
the
look
area
beautiful
there.
because it would be so
Yeah,
variegated.
exactly.
But then if I put this one up, you can see then.
Oh, look at that.
But
Oh, John, that's
apart
stunning.
from one layer in the frame, I've cut, and I, you know, literally that is almost pricked out. I've cut and done everything in less than 20 minutes on the show.
Beautiful. Oh, John, thank you so, so much. Let's have another look at the dies and we'll get back to John as quickly as possible. Let's bring the details back up for the 4 seasons again. Yeah, it doesn't matter whether it's spring, summer, autumn or winter. Definitely, this is a die set that you're going to use time and time again. £5 saving, just $17.99. You're getting 15 individual dies in that one set. We are very busy. A third of the stock has gone. Yeah, pick out all the detail there. Change this however you wish. Make the tunnel cards, you know, and you could do so much, couldn't you? The deer are just gorgeous on their own as well. I think lots of people might be pinching John's idea for Christmas this year as well. 166634 is the item number if you want to go for this particular set. Then, of course, we do have the snowflower as well. This has been very, very popular. I did find lots more samples, actually. I'm just going to pick that cracker up again because I think it's so pretty. There we are. There's different ways you can layer these. You've got the stamens in the centre there as well. You can shape the leaves or the petals in different ways. Only $9.99. You're actually getting, if I show you the die again, 70, it says images, but that's the cut out areas. So with one pass, What did you just say, up to 6 flowers?
One pass will give you 6 full flowers.
Wow.
No, 5 full flowers.
5 full flowers.
Yeah,
but
5
there is
full
different
flowers.
ways you could lay these if you wanted to, so just have a play around with that. Very popular, you're loving that. 097256 is the item number there. And then, of course, we have the bee balm. Bee balm. I didn't show you the actual dye before, although you can see it beautifully on the packaging there. Again, something for all seasons. Shape this however you wish. You've got those different size layers, so you can build this up in many different ways. You could even curl those into little buds, couldn't you? Curl them right over.
Curl them up. You can curl them up into a bud to make you like oh, is it a delphinium? I can't even think. But you can actually curl them outwards and then curl them up to make you the cone flower.
Yeah, yes.
Because you get the smaller ones and curled in, but I've got quite a few demos to show you possibly this afternoon on this one.
Stay with us then.
Lots of different ways to do it.
Don't miss
really
out on
flexible.
anything. Check your baskets out quickly, come back later and watch all of the demonstrations. 563010. Now the happy hour, oh, guess what? We said be quick, it's gone limited stock. Limited stock. There's literally, well, I was going to say literally a handful, there's less than a handful left. This is not going to last. Just bringing in 1 or 2 samples again. Make sure you grab these, check that basket out. £9.99, a £7 saving again. Any season, I can count on my right hand, first finger, how many are left. Some lucky person, check your basket out now, you might just get that. That's it, gone. Well done, whoever it was. I was just going to give the item number, no point now, is there? I'm just going to scoot down the counter a little bit because, of course, when it comes to those flowers, they're beautiful as they are, and you can find different ways of making those centres, but how about going for the stamens? You get so much here. You're getting both the cool and the warm collection here. These are beautiful colours. I was going to say, John, that you could actually colour these, but I don't think you need to because there's so many different colours here.
It covers every colour. You don't need to at all. You've got purples and blues and yellows. There's a beige and an orange and a silver and a gold. There's a white, there's green, there's literally almost every colour you want. And each stamen head is made up of at least, I think it's 6 or 12 individual stamens. So when we say that there's 120 stamens, that's 120 sets of little stamens like that. There's 120 of those. I just adore these. You know, I wanted them, I sort of sourced them, because I just think they're so useful for making your flowers.
They are.
And the great thing is, if you look at the board, the flowers you've got at the top are all made with the snowflower.
Yes, yeah, I can see that.
So you wouldn't actually think that that was the snowflower. Again, it's multi-layering it with the stamens in the middle.
Let's have a look at those individual pieces. Remember, 12 in each bunch as well. We're just looking at those colours again there with those beautiful flowers. I just like to use these as well, John, even not as a centre of a flower, just into a spray, you know, as little berries or, you know, little embellishments. They're so, so pretty. You've got that little bit of sparkle on some of these as well. They are beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Oh, Jim is saying those orange ones look a little bit like toadstools. I know what he means by that.
They're all variegated. You've got little, the ones that are like shimmering have got little tiny glass microbeads stuck on them. So there's 3 or 4 different styles in each little bunch. Just think they're beautiful.
120 individual stamens you get in there for £14.98. 190257. I love the fact they're wired as well, because even if you cut the wires off, you can still find a use for those. Let's move on again, because we've still got more to show you. Now we've got a glitter foam bundle for you now. So traditional Christmas, first of all. Obviously, traditional Christmas, we do think of the golds, the white, the green, the red is in there. There's a beautiful sort of copper colour in there. It's almost a rose gold, isn't it?
It is literally like rose gold. This is absolutely beautiful, and this is bizarrely, you would think this is the hardest to cut. You would think
it's lovely and soft.
This is the easiest sort of medium you will ever die cut. Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you want me to show you?
Yeah.
Right, here I've got, so it's 2 mil, each sheet's 2 mil thick.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So each sheet is 2 mil thick. The glitter is sort of sealed and encapsulated on there. Yeah?
Right.
It's not a non-shed, but it is beautiful shine. But if I take, say, the bee balm flower, I've got 2 layers here. So I put 2 layers in.
So you're going to die cut two?
I'm going to die cut 2 layers, manual machine, in once with an A6 plate. Yeah? Run it through.
Do you know, I wouldn't have thought that that would work.
No? Well, I made some of the demos. I think you've got a wrapped box down there, which has got these flowers on.
Oh, look. I bet this matched your tags and your cards and
It
everything,
did.
didn't it,
Even
from
the
last
bells were last year. I just had to take the tags away.
That is lovely.
But you get so much more movement with it. But if I take this out, look. So there.
Oh, and you can see it's cut.
It's easier than card and paper. It literally is. So there is one layer. Oh, and here's the second one, look. Cut through, one run perfectly.
John, could we use the foam to die cut the flowers and maybe stitch them onto projects like bags and
because
things?
they're foam, they don't have fibres. So yeah, you could just you could sew them on, you can hot glue them on.
Could make hair accessories, brooches.
I mean, making a flower up in them is so easy. I'm just going to take one of the stamens, take the largest 2 and double them over. I mean, that already. But brooches, hair clips, anything like that, you can work, because you can't get that sort of thing. Centre goes through, pulled through, done.
Oh,
Twist.
and those stamens really finished that off. How lovely. That's
So
a
simple.
really good buy again, because you're getting all those colours there, the white, the sparkle green, the copper, the light green. You've got the red, you've got the gold in there as well. I don't think we can even fit all the names on. £9.99 is the price, 369,889 is the item number. They're all A4. Now, they're your traditional, but we've also got modern Christmas for you as well. I'm loving these. Look at these colours. We've got, of course, in here the blues, the pinks, we've got the silver, we've got the white in there again. Oh, John, I like these.
I love these. These are my Christmas this year. Last year I was very much sort of, one stage of it was very much brown paper packaging and things for last year. This year I've done an awful lot, and you'll see it when I launch the new Christmas. There's a lot in pink and blue and silver and copper, and that matches how I decorated my Christmas tree last year.
They're my sort of colours.
Yeah, I did all that sort of duck egg blue and copper and silver and glass. And little bits of teal and little bits of dark blue. But that literally is almost like looking at my Christmas tree last year, which is what I will do in my collections this year.
And we're talking Christmas, but actually, and although it says modern Christmas, definitely not just for Christmas. I mean, again, that's going to lend itself to anniversary, to wedding, to baby, any celebrations, you know, anything, in fact. It doesn't even have to be a celebration card. It could be a thank you or thinking of you. 495-446 is the item number. I still love the idea of maybe making jewellery or accessories out of this as well. £9.99 for all of those A4 sheets there. Yeah, we are very busy on those as well. Now, let's have a look at the ink pads, because these, we noticed the 5-star reviews as well. Now, you're getting these in pairs. So the top 2, we've got the pearlised ones. This is the Pearl collection. So you've got Moonlight Pearl and Pearl Dawn. 16 colours. 16 colours. Everything all in that one, well, 2, because you're getting a pair. But in those containers, John, so you're not scrambling around looking for the colours. They're all in there.
They're all together, and the Midnight Pearl we've only put on air once before. So I was actually saving this for some stamps that are coming out later in the year. But Mark in the warehouse said, "Have you forgotten about this one?" I went, "No, I'll put it on the next show." And then I realised that I'd actually was saving it for something later in the year, so it's worth what we've got it coming for. But the colour blocks, I mean, I've got one here. We used to seeing these, I think, was it Colour Box or something years ago, yeah? But what happened was you took your lid off, yeah? And they all fell out.
That is so true.
And they did.
They did.
And they kept coming off all the time. These clip in.
Oh.
So the first range were magnets. We changed that because people said they were struggling with magnets because of pacemakers and things. So we take the magnets out for the second range. But look, it clicks in.
What a great idea.
So it won't come out, but they don't cross-contaminate. I mean, that one I've been using now for 7 months. Because obviously, you can actually see, if you look on the back quickly, look, it's not even the same packaging. Because I've got, these are my original samples that I'm still using.
They
but to have
stack,
16
John, as well.
curl, yeah, they all stack up in one big tower.
I love it. So they're not going to take up a lot of room on your desk. They look pretty if you want to put them on a shelf as well. Oh, I do like these a lot. $22.98, you're getting those 16 colours there. So that's your pearl collection. These are a pigment ink as well, are they, John?
They are, yep. So these will blend. You can go through stencils with them. You can stamp with them. You can heat emboss with them. You can do every technique with them. I very rarely these days, and because they're water-based, even though they are pearl, you can use your water brush and watercolour with them.
Amazing.
Because normally you'd have to mix glycerin, you don't. You mix water with them because they're water-based.
Brilliant stuff. So that's Moonlight Pearl and Pearl Dawn, if you're looking at those particular ones there. Then we do have another collection. These are actually pearl as well, but you can see
these aren't pearl.
Oh, they're not pearl.
These are matte colours, so shine colours. These don't have the actual mica in them.
I didn't think they looked shiny.
No, I'm going to say, yeah, Ross is leading you wrong again. But yeah, these, what you've got here is you've got rainbow and tea time.
Oh, we need to lose the pearl collection from the details there because it is a bit misleading.
That'll be me when I type it up.
We're going to sort that for you now. So these are not pearl, but look at those colours. Absolutely gorgeous. These are your matte. They're still pigment ink, so you can see that. It says it on the lid there. I love the fact as well that you've got a different colour base for these.
Yeah, so you can see that black is for pearl, white is for standard.
Perfect.
Or blending inks, really. And what we've done is, if you look, you've got rainbow and tea time.
Yeah.
Rainbow are primary colours.
Yes.
Tea time are your secondary colours to go with them.
Amazing.
So you can mix and match them. So although you've got 16 colours, by mixing and matching those, you've got 32, 64, because you've got primaries and you've got your secondary colours. And of course, they still stack with all of the others.
And if you get both, you can build a zebra.
Yay! Is that coming next in the character crafts
Who knows?
crocheting?
Who knows?
You've got zebra in your head, Catherine.
Let's give you the item number there. If you're going for the ones, of course, the matte ones, 303478 is the item number. These stuck together beautifully as well. They really do. Let's have a look at the details. As I say, they're $22.98. I've just given you the item number. £5 saving again on those. Yeah, treat yourself. Go for both of those. I think we'll get the pearl and the matte as well. You've got a really lovely selection. Right, let's go back to John. Let's see what we've got in the way of demonstrations
right,
again.
so
Is it the
I'd show you a couple of different ways to do the snowflower.
Okay, yeah.
And what I've done is I've already cut the card down to A6.
Yeah.
And I've done this sort of loads of times. I will just please honestly do this with the flowers. Sam was prepping with a demo for me with the glitter foam. And I didn't, normally I would pre-cut the card for him, and I didn't. I just gave it him in A4, and he got the flower and he went one there, and then he went one there, and he went, I can't fit another one on. So he only got two out. So take your card in half, so about 5 3/4 or 14.5 centimetres, and then 4 1/2, and give yourself 4 pieces. You will get your flowers out 4 times. I know I keep going through it, but honestly, don't waste it.
It's worth it, John, because, yeah, you could save people so much money if they pay attention to what you're doing here. And a lot of the larger cutters and guillotines, the trimmers and guillotines, will have the markings
They will have the markings for A5 and A4 and A6.
So you don't even have to worry about the measurements.
So that way, I'm using a lot less of these cards. Yeah. So I'm going to cut them. I'm going to cut it twice. I'm going to show you 2 different ways. So this is in the gold craft artist sort of gloss card, mirror card.
Okay.
And again, fits through. Obviously, it fits through all your A5 machines because it's an A6 die.
And it doesn't matter if it's a wide mouth machine because it's a thin die. So
yeah, makes no difference at all. So you see all of those pieces drop out. Even these. Oh, well, watch me do it and then find it doesn't. Yeah, there we go. But you just have to ease those out from the edge. Yeah?
Yeah.
Because they're so delicate. So I don't actually need all of those, so I'm not going to sit here but you can see all your pieces come out.
It's nice though if you don't use them all, just keep those in a little pot because they'll work for all sorts of flowers.
Oh, they will. It's a universal centre. Yeah. So I wanted to make a sort of quite a classic flower with these. Okay. So what I'm going to do is you've got the largest sizes, so you've got in each size subsequently is 5 mil smaller than the one that precedes it.
Right.
It's just the way that my head works.
Okay.
So let's say that's 40 mil,
Yeah.
35,
Yeah.
30, 20, 15, 10.
You missed 25 out.
Did I? Oh, that doesn't surprise me with me. I'm not going to do all of them anyway. Sorry. Yeah, so I'm just going to use my ball tool. I've got them on the reverse on the Crafts 2 flower foam, which is really tough.
You can
So
see
you need
that,
something
actually.
really, it's not your general soft one. And then I'm just going to go scribble in the middle, okay, of each petal.
Lovely,
Nothing
yeah.
complex, nothing, I don't do difficult.
So you're just breaking those
Yeah.
fibres a little bit.
I know people sit there and they go, I was taught in the class, you go round the edge like that and then you slowly come into the centre. And I don't see a lot of difference between
That is very true.
that one and that one. Press in the middle, there's no difference. So I don't see the point. Turn them over and just scribble in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm going to use the glue glaze because this will glue it quickly and fast. So a little blob in there. So that
Lovely.
is a domed flower, but I want a different centre, so I'm going to swap in, and now I'm going to cut. This is the red satin card. This is like velvet.
Oh,
This is
beautiful,
beautiful
isn't it?
colour. Yeah, this is what I used on all my Christmas tags last year in
Is
the
it?
deers from the Four Seasons.
I'm still wondering where mine is. My card from you then, John. I didn't get one.
No, this is on my gift tags.
Well, I didn't get a gift either.
Nobody gets card. I'm sorry, we'll try and correct. I'll say we'll try and correct that this year because I forget things. So we both know I'll completely forget. I brought some tins of chocolates in.
Did you?
Yeah, always do. Always bring some chocolates and things in for everybody.
I'm just hearing.
You might have been on the wrong shift,
They were
or Ross might have
hidden
eaten
from
them all.
me.
Yeah. So I've just taken the red satin centres out, yeah, and I'm just going to then just scribble in the middle, just like that, and I'm just putting the centre in, so you get a real different look,
Oh, nice.
just like that.
Look at that. That does change it a lot, doesn't it?
Looks very different, and what I tend to do is to take the stamens, and I keep saying I'm cheap, and I am. I'm not wasting a whole stamen in this flower,
Are you going to snip that apart,
so I
John?
just literally take that off, and you see then I get all those little heads, so I can take one of the gold ones, and for this I would use either a hot glue, but the chances are my hot glue machine, I can never get this one to work properly.
Oh. A silicone glue would work well, would it, as well?
It would help if the glue stick was actually in, but yeah, never. I'd never get that one to work. Or a silicone glue, but what you can do is just use your raw, neat craft artist. So not the watered down one that you would put into your fine line bottle.
You want something a little bit more gloopy.
Yeah, and that just stem that in. But you can see here some that I've already made, even down to
Oh, nice.
the smallest size.
Oh, yeah, and you start to put those together in a little spray.
Yeah, I mean, I'd actually got here, where are we? I'm always so organised, so organised. Here we go. So I just put together, I was going to make a card with the oundle, but I'll get shouted at by people at home if I do.
Yes, it's gone, hasn't it?
Just putting together the frames, that to
That
me
is very classy.
looks so opulent. Just like that.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh, the
But
gold and the red together, that's satin.
I love
it's
gold, red
beautiful.
and black, and mixing the satin and the gloss just really, really works. But they look like they're metal, but of course we've got the red pieces left, haven't we?
Oh, yes, of course.
So we need to do something with those because I'm not wasting anything.
Yeah, because you've only used the stamens, haven't you, so far?
So this time, again, I'll just grab the largest one to show you because it's the easiest. We'll make a completely different flower from it.
Okay.
So here I've got my tweezers.
Yeah.
And for this, you want to use not reverse tweezers, but normal tweezers.
Right.
Because I have these and reverse tweezers in my kit because they're great for doing centres.
Yeah.
But just grab it,
Yeah.
and fold it.
Oh, so you're going one way, then the other, making
So I'm
little
going
ridges.
valley, mountain, valley, mountain, valley.
That looks like... Oh, do you remember, John? I don't know. We used to have the crimpers, didn't we? They looked
Yes.
like a brayer, but we had crimpers, and you used to put card in it and roll it through to crimp
Yeah,
the card.
we've still got them in the warehouse.
Have you?
We've still got the A4 one. I've got one at home. I've been crimping some paper to go as back. It's beautiful as backgrounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got an A4 one. I've been doing some.
Looks like you've crimped those.
It looks like I have.
That is very quick and easy to do.
But you couldn't. You know, these are so delicate that you wouldn't really want to run them through a crimper.
No.
And you
They'd
couldn't
probably
crimp
get
it first,
trapped in
then
the
cut
roller.
it. But you see there,
That is
just
such a lovely
fold
effect.
each flower up, and again, a little bit of glue glaze in the centre. We just again.
Have we got
put
that
a
glue
three.
glaze in the brand shop, John?
I think so. Yeah, I think we've got it with the craft artist glue, or it may be an
Lovely.
end of call.
So
We
that's
usually
really
try
handy to have hold
and
of.
put it on, but again, then you've got
Oh, I do like that.
a totally different that anyone can do. And then this time I'm going to put a stamen into it.
Okay.
So, notice how the centre's quite small.
Yeah.
So there's two ways to do this. One is, if you've got something like a crocodile or a hole punch,
Yeah.
use the finer hole and go into the centre. Punch your hole in.
Got you?
Yeah. So that's one way, and then take your stamen and just kind of, you have to really guide it through.
Yeah.
There we go.
There.
But
Oh,
look
look at that.
at
I love how
that.
you can pull the petals up and shape it around the stamens as well.
So it's just...
Oh, that's when you can be a bit extravagant with those stamens.
It is, yeah. That's when you can sort of go OTT. But you'd probably only put 3 on a card with those stamens in.
Yeah.
But again, if you're not sure about putting the hole in, this is where, again, hot glue really should please work. I am going back to my
I can see a light.
cheap
That looks
German
promising.
supermarket one in for the next show, rather than these posh brand ones. No, you're not going to... Oh, I got a little bit out. Put a little bit in the middle. It would help if I
That
didn't
is a
do
little
it the
bit.
right way. Come on. Play the game. No, you're not going to. Basically, then, I would just put the stamen to one edge.
Yeah.
Yeah? Just like that.
Ah, so you can still leave
Push
the
it
wire on
onto
there.
the glue and twist it round.
Got
You would twist it properly and do it properly, but... And then a little bit of hot glue on the back, and that will hold it
Hold
all
it
in
all
place.
together. Lovely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So that's 2 ways with that flower.
Perfect. Yeah, and you will find more ways as well. Just experiment and alternate different layers with different flowers as well. You can make all sorts of fantasy flowers. We've been very, very busy actually. The snow flower, that's what we're looking at here, half the stock. Use the deer with the Four Seasons dye as well. That works very, very nicely, doesn't it? That lovely sample there. Half the stock gone, £9.99, £3 savings, 097 256 is the item number there. You get 17 individual cutting areas there on that one pass. You know, you could have just an hour or so, John, just constantly passing that through a die cutting machine, so building those up ready to go, and it'll feel as though you've made hundreds of flowers really
And you will have
quickly.
done, yeah, because it's so quick to do.
Yeah.
You're going to get 5 flowers from an A6 piece, so you're
Yeah.
going to get 20 full flowers from each sheet of card.
I know.
That's an awful lot. One A4 sheet of card will give you 20 flowers in
Silly,
5
isn't
different
it, when you
sizes.
think
It's
about
brilliant.
it. It's a bit of a no-brainer, really. Let's have another look at the Four Seasons. Of course, we're working right through from spring to summer to autumn to winter. The deer can again be used at any time of the year. Let me just turn this around so you can see the inspiration again. There you are. So you can see all the Four Seasons there. And I think once you get this home and you have a bit of a play with it, you'll definitely be bringing in those other dyes as well. £17.99 is the price. 40% of the stock has gone. There is another show later on. Don't miss out, because there will be sales made in between the shows as well. 1 o'clock, John is back. £5 saving on this one, 166634. Then back to the flowers, because of course we've got the bee balm for you as well. Another wonderful plate. You're going to get 4 of these out of one A4 sheet again. If you use your cardstock, your paper, whatever you're cutting wisely. In fact, that goes for the foam flowers as well. They're A4, so cut them down as John tells you to do, and then you'll make sure that you take advantage of every single scrap. £9.99 is the price here, a £5 saving. These are beautiful. 563010. Let's have another recap as well, because we're going to have a look at the ombre, because we've got the 12 by 12 for you. Absolutely beautiful. The GSM on this is 190. It's so soft to the touch, actually, this. There is no actual glitter on there, so there's nothing to shed, but look at the effects you get. Now, I'm holding this so the spine is at the bottom, but you can work with this whichever way you like. You know, the ombre can come in from the side rather than top to bottom as well. I adore the colours in here. I really hope the colours are picking up well on screen. The monitors here in the studio, I'm looking and thinking, you're not appreciating what you've got here. You will really, really love these when you get them home. $14.99 is the price. A quarter of the stock has gone. 030633. We had huge stocks of this as well. Do you know, you're going to have a lovely time with those. Try that with your backgrounds, with your Four Seasons, your flowers, whatever you wish. Then, of course, we've also got the A4 for you as well. Now, this is a different GSM. 250 GSM on this one. I'm actually going to turn these to the side and just flick through these as I give you the detail. 675906 is the item number, 24 sheets. There we go. Yeah, $13.99. You're getting 2 packs, so 24 sheets in total. Now, let's just remind you about the foam as well. Of course, we've seen it with live here in the studio. John has actually put this through the die cutting machine with the dies, 2 sheets together. So you can cut multiples in one go. $9.99 is the price here. This is your traditional Christmas. Over a third of the stock has gone. $369,889. So you've got the green in there, the bronze in there, the red, the gold and the sparkly white as well. And then, of course, we've got the modern Christmas. Go for both of these. You're not going to regret it. Oh, you really can make something special with these. Let me just bring that sample in that John did as well. $9.99 here. A quarter of the stock has gone. You've got the silver, the dark blue, the pink, the light blue, the light, the copper, and the white as well. $495,446. Yeah, John, so you're back at 1 o'clock.
I am, yes.
What have you got planned?
Well, I was just actually cutting now, because I'll show you this at 1 o'clock. I was just doing what you suggested and using some of the ombre card to actually go cut some flowers.
Oh, I like that a lot.
So
that's for one sheet, but you've got all the different colours coming through.
I've actually cut a 12 by 12 into 4 pieces and cut it that way.
Wow, wow. Well, we're out of time, but make sure you do come back at 1. Check those baskets out. Don't miss out. See you soon.